Khabib Nurmagomedov was born in September 1988. He is a Russian martial artist and former MMA fighter. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest fighters in MMA history. With 29 wins and no losses, Nurmagomedov retired with an undefeated record and the longest winning streak in MMA history. Khabib is known not only as the best UFC fighter, but also as the fighter with bears. As a child, he was fighting with bear very often, and it helped him to concentrate on fighting. Here we can see the comparison of fighting with bear and Khabib's moves, so it helped him in his fighting in UFC very much, this experience with fighting with bears. Khabib is not the only fighter fighting with bears. His fighting with bear was also inspiration for other fighters. For example, this child took the experience with fighting with bear as well, and it was inspired by Khabib as well. So the fight is interesting, and it helps with your moves, and it helps with your strategy in fighting and use your power in the best way. Of course, there is a big difference if you are fighting a little bear or if you are fighting a really big bear. Here we can see the big fighter with a big bear, and it's absolutely different situation, and it can be really very dangerous. I would never step in the cage with the bear like this. The bear could be much stronger and much heavier than the fighter here. Of course, these guys knows the bear very well, and they are the friends, so it's not the real fight. Otherwise, it would end it really very badly for this guy. He would be really destroyed. Here we can see another fight. Is a Russian guy fighting with a little bear. The bear is visiting the village very often, so he knows the bear, and the bear is a little bit smaller, but also fighting with this bear can be very dangerous. He's having quite a big fun, but okay, he has a lot of friends there if something happened to him during the fight, of course. Here we can see that the bear is not trained, it's a wild small bear, and he is taking this fight as a playing with bear. This is another fighter, the bear is much bigger, it's trained bear as well, but okay, they know each other. But this is quite a dangerous fight because the bear is quite a big one. It seems to be very easy to fight the bear, but the real fight looks absolutely different. You can see here that the real fight is absolutely different, and it can be very dangerous for anybody getting in the cage with the real bear. It will be also fun to see the wrestling with gorilla, but it's absolutely different sort of fight, so I think that any fighter or wrestler will have any chance to survive the fight with gorillas. They are very strong as well. Here we can see the real fights with the bears, but the bears are not the wild bears, but the bears trained for wrestling. So here we can see 3 wrestlers fighting with the bears. The bear is without teeth and without claws, so he can't really hurt the fighter, but it is very well trained for wrestling. We can see that the wrestler has almost no chance to win because the bear is well trained and it's very skillful in fighting. The fighter is doing very well, he is really a trained fighter, but we can see that it's absolutely different fight than fighting in another man. The bear has really stronger power and it has really good moves, and the fighter can't do anything just to lose the fight. It's a pity that there are no such bear fights at the moment. It would be very nice to see Khabib Nurmagomedov to fight such a real bear. We would see really a different fight, like fighting with the small bears he has trained with. So there were different wrestlers and fighters and grapplers trying to fight and wrestle with bears. Here we can see the fun, having a fun with a bear. It's quite a big bear, but I wouldn't go so close to such a big bear. This bear seems to be very calm, but if he's getting angry, it would end really very badly for the guy touching him. We can see in few seconds how the bears are strong, and it's not a fun if the bear get wild. At the end, I would like to thank you for watching this video. You can see the really nice fight of the little bear with the dog, and how the bear is skillful and very quick, and how the dog is having fun with his small bear. You can put down the dog very quickly as well, even though the dog is much bigger. So thank you for watching and have fun with our other videos.